Season's greetings, party peeps. MangaMan here for another 12 days of manga. And this being Christmas Eve, I have a special manga to recommend that you check out. It's a recent one that I've been following by an author that I've already talked about in these videos. It is To Your Eternity, written and illustrated by Yoshitoki Oyama. Yoshitoki, as I mentioned in a previous video, is the same author as A Silent Voice, and he brings that same writing style to a very different genre. A Silent Voice was definitely more of a drama slash slice of life type genre. This, on the other hand, is a far different beast. I would even go so far as to say that it goes past most normal genres, as our main character isn't really a person. It's a ball, to put it plainly, but more specifically, it's not just a ball. It is a creation by the god in this world, a being that is able to take on the form of anything that it interacts with. That is a living thing, by the way. At least when he first starts out, or it first starts out. First starting out as a simple ball, then developing into moss, and growing from there until eventually he becomes a dog. Or a wolf dog in this case. And he's found by a young Inuit boy, or a Inuit-looking boy, who has been left behind by his people in this snow-ridden country, waiting for them to come back after finding greenery from the other side of the mountain. The boy, deciding he doesn't want to wait any longer, decides to go out to track him down, taking what he believes is his dog with him. And no, this isn't going to be like John Carpenter's The Thing, or even the original Thing from Another World. This is a story that doesn't really go in the normal story sense. The entity, or I'll just call him the protagonist, he gets a name eventually, but I will save that for later because that would be a spoiler to say what he decides to call itself. It's more about the entity protagonist following different people and following their storylines, from the lonely little Inuit boy just trying to survive in the cold wasteland to a small little girl in a tribal village that is set to be sacrificed to a gigantic bear, to even later on of a small carpenter woodworking boy who gets his face horribly burned in an accident and hides himself behind a mask. All these characters make up what our protagonist, our little ball friend, makes up it as a being, as an individual, as is all of us. Like, we are all made up of those people that come into our lives and shape us the way that we are. Kind of a more of a metaphorical take of a fantastical way of showing how we as people grow through the other individuals that we interact with in our lives, both the good people as well as the bad people that want to hurt and abuse us. Up to where I'm reading right now, it's still ongoing and it's still available on all platforms: Amazon, Right Stuff Anime, and of course Barnes & Noble. Highly recommend that you check this out if you've already checked out A Silent Voice. I will say though, if you are going into this expecting kind of a similar story to Silent Voice, you're not getting that here. This doesn't take place in any realistic setting. They give it more of a fantasy jaunt, but it still deals in a lot of similar writing style that Oyama is known for with The Silent Voice. You'll find here good character development. Like, this guy is very good at writing his characters. The strongest point of it is the writing, and the art's good too. He definitely dives more into the fantastical with our protagonist's different transformations, being one more gruesome to the next. But I just can't say enough good things about it. And I wish to go more into it maybe on another date. But let me know, have you been reading To Your Eternity? What do you think? Is this a classic? Is the metaphors and the philosophical jargon a little bit too much and you dropped it after one volume? Keep reading it. I guarantee that there is still a lot more to appreciate in this story. And as always, let me know of any other manga that you have been reading this 12 days of manga. We have one left to go, and I've saved the best for last. Subscribe to my channel, as well as subscribe to my wife's channel in the description box down below, who is also writing and editing her videos for you to enjoy as well. Until tomorrow, Merry Christmas, folks.